Gregory, oh, it's you, welcome. Moving fast because it's cold. Gotta keep the warmth going. Oh, there's some cherry blossoms in front of us. And lots of the petals have fallen down already, but some are still on. There are some green leaves coming. So this tree is different than that tree over there. No one's doing barbecue today because it's so rainy, so cold. Past few days it's been like winter. Oh, this cherry is also done. I'm sure after this there's gonna be scorching heat and 20 degrees Celsius. Oh, airplane. But it's nice and refreshing to have some rain. That's the jump start for the trees and leaves and spring overall. Oh, there's one cherry in the corner over there. I don't think I have seen cherry that has been 100% in bloom without the leaves. You will miss the cold, yeah, I know. Then it will be, it's too hot, it's too hot. Oh, I can kind of feel now the sun through the clouds here somewhere. Must be, the clouds have thinned a little bit. Wow, that tree looks nice. Yeah, it hasn't been sunny, so the trees didn't have opportunity to bloom and then release the leaves. I think they kind of got stalled. Not all the blossoms have opened and the leaves came. Oh, tulips. Here are some tulips, but it looks like a long way. Oh, the petals are falling from this one. And there are so many of them on the ground. Nice color though. Look at this. The rain of Sakura. Now everything gets floaty. And this is a different tree. Different kind of cherry. This one has plenty of leaves and flowers. And some are still coming, look. The pink one is finer, smaller flowers. Don't slip. Slippery times. Oh, those are gorgeous. Narcissuses. Here are somehow lots of green grass. Here, not so much. Not yet. Need time. Yeah, plums are gone. Plums are gone. Like at least 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks. Last plum was standing, and you know, when cherries come, they're almost absolutely all gone. Plums are the February blossoms, and they last much longer than. Oh, there's some nice blossoms over there. What is that? Looks like cherries. Let's go and see. Oh, there's another cherry over there. You can really spot cherries from far away, especially if you go hiking now. Let's see, there's some nice blossoms here. Where was it? Oh, I knew, but is this a cherry? It doesn't look like a cherry. Maybe it's a different tree, or maybe it's related, or maybe it's peach or something. That is like a rose almost. Nice colors though. The two different bushes, I guess. Don't know. Oh, Dean, welcome. Welcome to the third day of rain and cold. And cherry blossoms. Oh, this is a fresh leaves of maple. Look at this. They are facing down, and then they become just like this. Let's go see more cherries. Oh, this is a big tree here. That's a big cherry. I'm so hungry. I always want to eat something. So many drinks. Takoyaki. Spring Fair. You get cherry pork bun, hot dogs, cherry ice cream, and meat wrap rice balls. Sold out. The maple doesn't want to get wet. Yeah. Do you know these guys? You pay money and maybe you get one of those. Fishing. There are sometimes, you know, at the top of shopping malls there are these gachas, and there are different prices. Like some are just $3, some more expensive one $5, and they dispense these toys. Oh, gentleman ghost, hello. Why are you steaming a cold rainy day? Well, I gotta stretch my legs and see if anyone is gonna come to my scope. No, this is like a lunch stream where I need to take some break and relax under the rainy cherry blossoms. Because there's no one here in the park. Yay! Oh, there's some gorgeous trees over there. Wait a minute, I'm gonna go this way and see how the big tree is doing over there. Last time there were people eating lunch, or you know, doing the ohanami, appreciation of the cherry blossoms with your blanket and tasty lunchbox. And these are all in front of us. Those are all plum trees. But this one here is a big cherry tree, and I think maybe the flowers have been falling. The freedom when no one's around, you know. Last time I was scoping here and people were sitting and I was in their way. Oh, gorgeous, not bad. Look at that, it's like a cover. Ah, the leaves came out, so it doesn't look so splendid anymore. But it's a massive tree. Slightly, yeah, pink. No, there are white and pink flowers on this. Oh, looks even better when the sun is shining through this. Yeah. You put blanket here. Take 1 liter of sake. You become merry. Whoa, what a bunch here. Beautiful. Wow, this is nice. This side doesn't have that many leaves. The birds are flying. I think they want to eat those flowers too. Some leaves are coming. Oh boy. YouTube changed the chat screen transparent. Oh, did they update? I'll have to see how it looks. Look at this. Nice. The plums. Nothing there. Time to go and see other trees. This is a massive tree. Actually, yeah, there are 2 trees over there. One is behind this one. Wondering, have you ever been to Kanazawa? Oh, Kanazawa? Like, you mean not part of Yokohama, right? Because Yokohama also has Kanazawa in it. It's like close to Yokosuka. But the other Kanazawa, where is the other Kanazawa? Is there another Kanazawa in Kanagawa? I don't think. No, in the west. I don't think so. Wow, these trees are huge. There's one over there. Woohoo! Wow! This is a popular Ohanami spot. Oh, pink ones. I've been to Fukuoka and Osaka. What's so special about Kanazawa? Hey, Gemea, you made it! You made it! I sent you the times of New York time. It's 11 p.m. when I am scoping. Oh, I know, I always get Kanazawa, Kamakura, and Kanagawa. Oh, I know. Yeah, that Kanazawa is just a tiny town, like a village. Or sometimes people speak of prefectures, but there's also a city that's called exactly like the prefecture. So they say, like, I'm going to Shizuoka, and then it's like, is it the city or is it actually the prefecture? Kanagawa actually doesn't have a city, but there's a place called Kanagawa in Kanagawa prefecture. Did you like Fukuoka? Yeah, Fukuoka is pretty laid back. There's lots of countryside in there. I drove through portions of it, northern portions. Actually, it was really weird because I took ferry from Osaka port, so like really huge city, and I landed up in like middle of nowhere. This ferry went to this port in the middle of nowhere in Kyushu, in Fukuoka, and that was it. I was like so lost. Like there's nothing. But yeah, Fukuoka is pretty cool. You can go there by bullet train, which is much easier than, my gosh. I drove to Osaka and then took ferry overnight to Kyushu. But by Shinkansen, you can be there in 4 hours, 20 minutes. What a pain to go by car. What a pain. Whoa, that's so nice. I knew that time change, but I always seem to be doing. Oh yeah, that's nice. Keeping active, keeping healthy. Oh, at least you came for the last of the cherry blossoms. Although this tree is not 100% blooming yet. It looks like 80. To Sapporo? Actually, no. I went to Sapporo by airplane. And even by airplane, it took forever to fly there. And then I rented a car and I drove all over the island, the Hokkaido. I visited Ainu village. These people didn't look much like Japanese at all. Completely different culture. Really nifty stuff. But Sapporo is awesome. Sapporo airport is a really nice shopping mall. Sapporo also has lots of chocolate factories. The White Lover chocolate is really, really good. I went there. They even have a mini factory at the airport. Yeah, Sapporo is awesome. And Sapporo is also not Japanese. Like even the name is not Japanese. So it means something from Ainu language. Oh, there's some trees over there. But it's really nice. The air is breathable. Like Tokyo is like, tropical island. You die here in the summer. Sapporo is like, it's like Europe. Like, Germany or Poland. Fresh air in the morning, cool enough. Dry, no humidity. Vast remote spaces. The scariest thing was realizing that there are no convenience stores like here. Like here you drive and every 300 meters there is some convenience store. Over there is like yeah, let's drive and we can go to the washroom somewhere else, and boom. There's nothing till you hit some other smaller city, and then there's just one convenience store, nothing else. Or grocery stores. Oh, Central Park has one. Well, that's nice. Yeah. It depends on the tree kind. There are lots of different cherry trees, and not all of them bloom in the same time. And delayed. It's way later than here. Those are all cherry trees here. What a little bit sparser on the flowers. Yeah, of course. My gosh, I went to this Ainu village, and I don't know if I told you that there was Polish guy in like 1900s who got sent to Siberia by the Russians or Bolsheviks or whatever that was back then, and then he ended up on Hokkaido finally. And he was doing research on the language of the of the Ainu people. He married some Ainu girl, and they had kids, and their descendants are now, living in Japan. Like one guy was somewhere, some president of some company in Yokohama. Anyway, that guy was the brother of the Marshal of Poland back then, when Poland was fighting for independence. The Marshal's name, his last name was Piłsudski. But like I was just strolling there and looking at those women, and and I tell them, it's pretty interesting. It doesn't look like Japan, and they say, yeah, it's nothing to do with Japan. And they asked me, where are you from? And I said, hey, I'm from Poland. And they said, oh, so you know Piłsudski? I'm like, of course I know. My gosh. So, and Hokkaido is really nicely, there's nothing there, like really open spaces. It feels like, North America, prairies kind of, no one lived there till recently. So if you go to Sapporo, all the streets are properly made, are wide, enough to accommodate the snow and other things. It's a nice place to live if you are used to the winter. But if you don't like people from Tokyo, I don't think they would be able to live there. The houses, apartments are way cheaper than in Tokyo, but you have to heat your place in the winter, so you pay for the heating, of course. Sapporo city, you can go around with whatever there is. I never tried their buses or anything. I don't even know, they must have trains there. I don't know what happens in the winter or anything. I drove almost most of the island of Hokkaido by car, and once you get out of Sapporo, there's really, really nothing there. Here, there's plenty of other places and stores and stations and trains. It goes forever. But over there, just nothing. Definitely recommend the car. It was a rental, I remember. Rental. Oh, more cherries here. Tiny cherries. Looking down. But in the city, it's actually a very car-friendly city. Not like here in Tokyo, where driving will give you a heart attack and you're gonna be driving less than 30 kilometers per hour on average. In Sapporo, it was reasonable, easy to drive, park and stuff, Did you go to extreme north? Did you see? No, I didn't go that far. I didn't. For me, it's not really extreme north because oh, beautiful. But there are lots of national parks. Once you get to the, I was hanging around the southern part of Hokkaido, like beautiful blue ocean, like seafood like you have never tasted, raw sashimi. I've eaten sashimi there, and it was like, oh my gosh, fresh, fished today from the blue depths of the ocean, and you just sit there, watch the ocean, and eat the sashimi bowl of rice. Oh, it looks like my connection is glitching or something. It says here transmission is unstable. Oh no, maybe it's because of rain. Darn it. I thought it usually works here. What happened? What happened? Yesterday I was scoping and the same thing happened. Maybe I should climb higher. Traveling cleanse the soul. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, here the connection improves. Maybe the rain is blocking some of the waves. But you know, like even going and landing at the airport is like a huge shopping mall. You can hang there whole day and eat, buy chocolates, eat more, take a shower, eat more of Japanese food. I mean, it's wonderful. I think this is probably the best airport that I've been to. And it's all outside, you know, easy to get to by car. Yeah, connection did cut out, unfortunately. I think the rain creates some spots. Hopefully it will work. If you go to Haneda, I flew from Haneda airport. Haneda is also very nice. They have 2 terminal buildings and not as many shops, but they actually opened a new section 2 years ago. Beautiful, more food, lots of gifts, like authentic gifts from Japan, but not trash. But you know, the stuff made by the artists, like a real nice gift. You could spend there, you know, thousands of dollars on that stuff. But quality, top class. Then Narita is so depressing. It's far away. It's not even in Tokyo, and you have to drive there. It takes forever. The highway is acceptable. It's probably the biggest highway once you exit Tokyo. It's a bigger highway than anywhere in Tokyo. I think you're happy eating. Yeah, I know. You don't really want to overeat if you have a flight after that. But yummy. You know, just to fly there and eat all that food for the tourists, it's pretty nice. Have you heard of the Tech Expo? Oh yeah, not Tech Expo. This is the World Expo now in Osaka that's happening. They have, it's on the Island of Dreams. There is an island called Yumenoshima, the Dream Island. And they have built the biggest wooden ring structure in the world to house that expo. And it's all over the island, and all the pavilions are inside that ring. It's really cool. But yeah, it's far. I'll never go there. And I think it's gonna be going for 6 months or so. I've seen the Canadian pavilion, which also looks quite fantastic, but I haven't seen anyone making videos, so I wonder if they actually allow you to take videos. Yeah, no, I'm not going. But you know, just 2 years from now, there will be International Green Expo in Yokohama, and the size is, I think, bigger than the Disneyland, the Japanese Disneyland, I mean. So I really want to go and see, because they will have like stress on ecology, on greenery, technologies. They're even gonna build an amusement park there and shopping mall. So that's gonna be intense. I don't know what they're gonna do after the expo. Maybe they will leave the gardens. It's gonna be a huge park. My goodness, the area there. I used to fly kite there. It's an old place from the American Army who had something in there. And of course, before that, there was the Imperial Army when the war happened. But yeah, Green Expo. Everything for sale, plants for sale. My gosh, maybe it's gonna be exciting. I really wanna go and see. And it's like in the middle of nowhere, farmers' fields. Maybe the Americans were renting that land to farmers. But the Osaka Expo, I wish there were some more explanations and or maybe it didn't open yet. Last time I checked, it was like 30 days before the expo starts, so maybe it's not opened yet. That's why I don't see any videos. I've never been to a World Expo. Oh, those are cherries over there. All cherries along the road. Let's go see. The rain has finally stopped falling. Raining. Have you been to Osaka? Yeah, Osaka. I've drove through there. It's really, yeah, it's pretty cool, but very spread out. You can go out, live in Osaka, but it's like countryside, sort of like Yokohama type, or parts of Tokyo where it's far away from any train station. Keizo-san lived there, you know, that kind of countryside, really boring, nothing really around. And the land, where was it? Nagoya. I went to Nagoya as well, and the land was 3 times cheaper in Nagoya than in here. Like, I was telling my friend, the house here is so expensive, and over there is like, my God, it's 3 times cheaper. But Osaka is huge. They have a big port, sort of like Yokohama, but much bigger. Oh, beautiful cherries here. Although, you know, they have different systems, like the transit card systems, they have their own names. I kind of like more Yokohama and Tokyo. But yeah, most of the things are almost the same everywhere you go. You know, the same chains of stores, some minute differences. But since I've never lived there, you know, I can't really tell you. Definitely different from Sapporo. Sapporo was like this futuristic new city built very smoothly. And also Nagoya. And Nagoya is very nice and modern because it got completely bombed and burned down during the war. So they built proper roads. They have this bus terminal with trains in the middle of the city where it's a park, like a big strip of greenery, like sort of like Central Park in New York. And the whole thing looks amazing at night. You go there, there's some fountains with water on the rooftop. It's huge. There are people playing music at the bottom. Sort of like, you know, mini Tokyo, Harajuku, Tokyo, Harajuku in Tokyo. Yeah, Yeah, you know, here Tokyo also got burned down. Like you should see the pictures from like after. Oh, it's already my butter is disappearing. Yeah, Tokyo, Yokohama. There were lots of factories. They got bombed. I saw like an album of what was here after the bombing. There were like everything burned down, and you have all these corpses of people at the side of the roads, like zombies. Like people couldn't escape fast enough. Terrible. But that happened. The fires happened even before war. It's been curse of Tokyo since Middle Ages. Wow, battery is decreasing really fast now. But they rebuild it, proper roads. They have sweet roads in Nagoya, very wide, like 3 lanes plus 2 lanes for turning left and right. It's like luxury. There's nothing like this in Yokohama or Tokyo. And then you hit this highway directly to the capital, Tokyo, from Nagoya, and the highway is so tiny. Like the normal city roads are wider than the main highway to the Tokyo. But it takes forever to drive, like 3 hours. And then hopefully, I think once you start hitting Tokyo, there's gonna be traffic jam on the highway for which you have paid a gazillion of monies. Yeah. My goodness. Oh, there's some wonderful trees over there. I don't know if my battery will last. Yeah, last month I was in Saitama Prefecture and Tochigi and Gunma. That was pretty cool. Visited the soya sauce factory. I got to squeeze my own soya sauce. What else did I do? I went to see Hiroshima panels. There was one person who survived, bombing of Hiroshima, and they painted all the, people vaporized, burned, shadows, blood, terrible things. And then, they got so popular, they started to paint other things, like this massacre in Nanking in China. And then they painted even Auschwitz from, Poland, Germany, the Nazi camp. That was some experience. Private museum done by two painters. Fire is like common thread in history. Yeah. Here, they started to build bridges across the river because people just couldn't escape fast enough. And in the old times, everything was made of wood. Like in Ginza, there was, for example, prohibition. You could not smoke or anything in the store or close to the store, like department stores in like 200 years ago, because the risk of fire was just too big. There's like no way to stop it. That's the thing. When wooden things start to burn, it's unstoppable. Yeah. But I tell you, the most boring prefecture was Saitama. There's basically nothing there. People who cannot afford to live in Tokyo live in Saitama, and they come to work in Tokyo. But it's like such boonies. There's nothing there. This is really, really, really like, it's almost depressing. And Gunma, Tochigi prefecture, those were better. I visited some tombs and burial mounds. They had some huge burial mounds, but since there was no writing, they don't know who is buried in there. Unfortunately. Delightful, museums of war. Yeah, made by Japanese. something unusual. And I drove and I didn't believe there was a museum in there. And it was their own building. They built their own villa, and by the villa they built studio and their own museum to display their famous artwork. And I think those Hiroshima panels were even displayed in New York City once. So this is some, you know, serious stuff. Okay, it says low battery, guys. I think it's gonna shut down soon, so I'm gonna go. You should get that up where you mark the prefecture when you have been to. Would it be like this here? Yeah, that would be cool. There is also a map for mapping manholes. If you can find them, they have nice designs. Anyway, guys, I gotta go before this all shuts down. So thanks for coming, and keep warm, and hopefully it will be warmer in a few days. Bye for now.